Subtrending. My name is Jess and I'm your host today, and with us we have Thomas.
Hello.
And Taylor. Looking lovely as always, both of you. Taylor's a little more, you got some jewels going on in a fancy shawl.
Taylor's back.
Taylor's back! That's exciting. We're also down one person today, but Taylor's back, so that's good enough to fit
I make up
two
for
people.
a lot of people, right?
Exactly. So yeah,
Wow,
today we're gonna do another lightning round because we kind of had fun with that, and maybe this is a format we ultimately end up switching to. Who knows? It kind of helps us get through more stuff faster, and that's kind of the general consensus as far as what you guys want that we've heard from.
Let us know in the comments what you prefer.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, because normally we would spend about 4 minutes, maybe even more than that, on one topic and then move to it. But if you like this, if you like it delivered fast and you just want us to do this,
let us know.
we're all about it. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to talk about today is Bryan Singer, who is the director of the X-Men movies, all 500 of them, has said that he would like to do a solo Mystique film, with or without Jennifer Lawrence apparently, which seems kind of weird because I'm pretty sure that Jennifer Lawrence is kind of locked in there. At least that's what she made it sound like the other week, but...
I've actually...
Well, yeah, go ahead and start it.
I've actually heard her talk about kind of wanting it out, and apparently, in addition to that,
she's been kind of phoning it in for a while.
Yeah. Well, Fassbender and McAvoy apparently had this cabal right when they started where they were like, if one of us goes, we all go. So...
I personally would love Michael Fassbender to be freed up to do things other than X-Men.
His Magneto is really, really good.
I like him.
Michael Fassbender is really good. Michael Fassbender is a really good actor, and honestly, I think he's just above the X-Men movies, where the X-Men movies are right now.
Yeah. I mean, I will always think he's above the X-Men movies because I don't like superhero stuff much, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. With the Mystique movie, I don't know a ton about Mystique. With a name like Mystique, Jennifer Lawrence seems horribly miscast because she's so girl next door, in a way I find forced.
The original Mystique was Charlize Theron, who is totally... Yeah, that was the original one in the first 3 movies.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think it was.
I think it was
somebody else, but I'm not entirely sure.
I'll look it up right now. I thought it was Charlize Theron who did it, and I'm pretty sure it was.
I thought it was someone else. I can't remember. In any case, someone who's a lot less basic.
Yeah.
Than Jennifer Lawrence. I'm sorry, J-Law fans. I'm not one of you.
Jennifer Lawrence has movies where she's good in.
Oh no, it would be up here by now, so it can't be
X-Men
her.
is one of them. I think we all kind of agree that we're not a fan of her in X-Men.
No.
Who is it then? Why was I thinking that?
Is it something Rojan?
Yeah, I think...
Can't pronounce the last name.
I think you're right.
I think you're right too, because I think I'm wrong.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's
we can just do an annotation on it later.
Yeah. So it has been about time though. So we're gonna go ahead and cut.
Alright.
So, sorry that we wasted so much of that Google searching. That's just how it goes sometimes.
We don't have very strong feelings on that topic, really.
Yeah, I don't think so. But that's something that he said. So now you guys know. The next thing that we're going to get onto, I think we do have strong feelings is Rogue One. So they made the movie. It was pretty much all done, wrapped with a bow. They were probably still doing special effects and stuff, I imagine.
Post-production stuff.
Exactly. They showed it to Disney, and Disney hated it. They said it was too dark, and they are doing, according to sources, about 40% of the movie is being redone. We'll go.
I'm pissed about it. Because you know what else was a really dark movie? Empire Strikes Back. You know what The Empire Strikes Back is? Almost universally considered the best movie in the Star Wars series. I don't know. I can't imagine a Star Wars movie would ever be so dark that they would actually need reshoots. I don't know. Obviously, we don't know. We haven't seen the movie. The idea of a dark Star Wars movie really appeals to me. I thought the trailer looked fantastic.
The trailer is one of my favorite movie trailers. I love that trailer. And I think that based on that trailer, it did a good job of letting us know we were in for something dark.
Yeah.
So it kind of seems misleading that they're reshooting it now.
Yeah, I feel like depending on how much it lightens it up, that could really be a big disappointment for me. Mm-hmm. If it's just if it were just a couple scenes, I'd be like, okay, whatever. Maybe they just had a death that was too violent for Disney standards or whatever. But a whole 40% is a lot.
It's almost
It's almost half the
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
And that's... Thomas, you look like you had something you wanted to say.
Yes. Taking into consideration, all of this is rumors right now. Some people who are reporting that the reshoots that are going on are scheduled reshoots, and they're comparing it to reshoots that another movie went through recently, The Force Awakens. So I think we generally like that movie. It seemed to do
Pretty
did
well.
okay at the box office. So
You know.
I'm not worried at this point right now.
I would say, as a whole, I do have faith in Disney. Like, most of the movies that they put out, I really enjoy. They've done a lot of good things with Marvel. They've done a lot of good things with Star Wars. I'm not saying, I'm definitely going to go see it, and I'm totally optimistic that it's going to be good, but it's definitely concerning, I guess is kind of a word I would use.
I mean,
I don't even go that far. I think it's scheduled. They do reshoots.
I don't know. The way that it was
phrased
cut concerning. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to talk about is Gillian Anderson, who plays Scully in the X-Files movies, was just signed on to do American
Gods.
Yeah, American Gods on Stars. So, yeah, I guess let's kind of talk about that.
I like Gillian Anderson a lot. I like Scully a lot. I think the character she's playing is Media, which is one of the new gods in American Gods.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like from what I've seen for the casting of it looks pretty good, but I don't like the book, so I'm not really sure like a whole lot how to feel. I'm sure for people who like the book, Gillian Anderson being cast is like awesome because pretty much everyone likes her.
And I feel like it's the same sort of like crowd too, who would like X-Files or probably like Neil.
Yeah, I mean, I would say yes.
So it's probably a smart casting choice in that way, and that they could get people to kind of be like, I'm really excited about this. I really like her. It's a good,
I can see American Gods and X-Files having quite a bit of fan overlap, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know too much about American Gods. Is this a character that like sees a lot of things all the time but still doesn't believe in it at all?
No. I don't think so.
Okay.
It's been a while since I never actually finished it because I really didn't like it, but I got a fair chunk through, and I don't think it has one of those like the annoying skeptic, which. I mean, I talked about that in one of my articles. I hate that character type.
Yeah.
So I don't think that we're gonna have that. I think
which is funny that you like Scully so much.
She's the only one.
She's the only one.
And I like Mulder more than I like Scully.
Me too. I do like Mulder. I think they're both great, but I think everybody kind of loves Mulder for his. I don't know. He's got that thing.
I relate strongly to Mulder.
Dude. Yeah. He's a little nerdy, little roguish though. It's a good mix. So. I don't know. Was there anything else that I guess that was like kind of just the announcement we wanted to make. I feel like it's still too early. We haven't seen any pictures. We haven't seen any footage. It's too early to really say on that, but
I think the show might actually work better than the book, potentially.
Mm-hmm. I think that it's probably better that they are making it a show versus a movie.
Oh, definitely. It's too long to be a movie. And we're cut.
Boom. Okay.
I like how everyone's just like, I'm just like, oh, we're cut.
We're cut. And
we're used to this. We're brutal in the cut.
Yeah.
It's cut off.
When Andrew was here, it's just like, I'm going to throw my hand in your face
who can we
and hurt you.
ruin their day? Like,
yes.
Yeah.
You're going to give someone like non-flashbacks. Can I say that? Is that inappropriate?
I think it's okay.
I think we're all right.
Did you say unappropriate?
I did say unappropriate.
I mean, that's unappropriate.
That is inappropriate.
All right.
Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the next thing.
Oh, wait.
Pennywise in the It series, or not It series, wow. I was thinking Stephen King has lots of books, and in my mind, series popped up. In the Stephen King book, It novel, whatever you want to call it, has been cast. He's going to be Bill Skarsgård, not to be confused with Alex, right? Because he's the one who was in Vampire, the True Blood. Yeah, so not to be confused with him.
Or Stellan, who is the real hunk.
Stellan, I don't even know who that is.
No,
there's a lot of Skarsgårds. For being an unusual last name, there's quite a handful. But yeah, good old Bill.
Okay, so here, I don't know too much about Bill. He's kind of creepy looking, so that's good.
Works.
Good for
that's
the role.
Good.
Great.
Yeah.
Can he top Tim Curry though?
That's one big thing. Is you got to top Tim Curry.
Can anybody top Tim Curry?
Tim Curry. Ooh, his performance as Pennywise is.
Yeah. I've been kind of like. Sort of following. I will disclose, and this is probably gonna lose me some credit as the horror. I've never seen it. I hate clowns. I was following it a little bit because the guy who was supposed to be directing it originally, and I don't know who's doing it now, directed Jane Eyre, which I loved, and I thought it has like a very stylish thing, and like
The one with Mia and
Wasikowska and Michael Fassbender, which I loved. And I thought he had like a very like moody, stylish direction of it. And that was something that like kind of piqued my interest. And now that he's not with the project anymore, I feel like I'm a lot less interested, and I don't know enough
It's
about.
kind of like weird though, because like I really like Jane Eyre too. It was really well done.
It was fantastic.
It was.
Jane Eyre is
But
one of my
I
like,
cannot
top 5 favorite books.
Imagine him doing it though. So like to me that seems kind of odd anyway.
Yeah, it does seem odd, but I feel like he was able to like capture like one of the things that I really liked about Jane Eyre, his Jane Eyre, is that a lot of Jane Eyre adaptations really don't go for the dark stuff, even though it's actually a really spooky book, and he was able to get that. And I'm like, imagine what he could do with something that's actually like not just sort of spooky.
Yeah, because more important than like even just like having. It's like staying true to the work, and so it looks like he stays true to work, and so like that carries over more so than just like I've done movies with this sort of genre.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think, so that was, and the thing with like the Bill Skarsgård thing, which is like, I don't know enough about him for me to be excited.
He was in Maze Runner.
Yeah.
Which is really odd.
Was he? Was the Eustace?
it?
No, it was the other kid, Eustace from Narnia, that isn't going to be in it, which is a good thing. Cut.
So not in Maze Runner. That was wrong. Okay, moving on to our next news. More book related stuff, because I feel like J.K. Rowling just never really stops with it. So we have Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. That's going to be a play. And I think she's actually releasing the script for it here pretty soon.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you know if the script is like, it's just the script, or if she novelized it, or what?
I think it's not novelized, but it's in like book form.
Okay, I know it's in book form. I didn't know if it was just like, here's a book and here's a script, or if it was, here's a book and here's a novelization.
If it was the novelization, that would be awesome. I would love that. We should start the timer though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should. But she's...
Open up here.
Oh, let's go ahead and do the little... Oh no!
What happened?
Okay. Clock. Alright, we can get through this episode. Okay, so Harry Potter Cursed Child. Really the big news from that though is, was it last year? Hermione was announced that she would be played by a black actress. And they just released the first image of her with her daughter Rose. And Ron. And they released Draco and his son too. They released a lot of images of the cast. So we're kind of getting a little look into that. It's interesting.
I saw some like Harry Potter comics recently, just like web comics.
Milking that cash cow.
Yeah, and it was what was like fan done. And Hermione was like,
probably J.K. Rowling who did it.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, probably at this point. But
J.K. Rowling is responsible for all Harry Potter anything, including the bad fan fiction, including My Immortal.
She writes fan fiction for her own thing.
J.K. Rowling is actually Tara Gillespie.
Oh man.
But yeah, I mean, like, personally for me, it doesn't really matter. It's if the actress is good, that's good.
Yeah.
But
plus, with the thing, I think a lot of people are getting like really. Some people, not a lot. Some people are getting really butthurt about it, and I just don't think they don't really understand how theater casting works. Because theater casting is not like movie casting. They care a lot less about the physical appearance of the actor and actress. They want an actor and actress who can act, an actor and actress who can sing, and how they look. Especially, like it's really common to have like even like Phantom of the Opera, to have Christine, who's supposed to be like late teens, early 20s, played by like a 40-year-old woman, because the 40-year-old woman can sing the part.
Yeah.
Like theater casting, it's
the difference between pre-recorded and live.
Yeah.
We do this pre-recorded. We can edit anything out that we do that's embarrassing. Actors can edit stuff out. When you're doing a performance live,
you gotta be on.
You have to be the best. They need to pick someone
on.
who's consistently good. And if the consistently good person is older, different looking, so be it.
Cut.
Boom. Boom. Yeah.
That's actually a big thing that bugs me. I think a lot of people who are getting butthurt just don't understand how theater casting works. Anyway.
Oh, the internet doesn't understand something?
Oh,
what?
yeah.
That's weird. I thought the internet knew all.
Yeah, it's on the internet. It must be true.
Yes, that's like the first rule of the internet.
Anyway,
moving on.
There's a 34th rule somewhere.
Okay, so moving very far away from that very quickly, we're going to talk about Kit Harington, or as you probably know him, Jon Snow. That just sounds sad when I said it. Just the really sad northern British accent. Okay, so Anyway, Jon Snow recently shaved his beard, and he looks...
Kind of like the guy from
Hold on. Are we really talking about this?
We're really talking about
Okay.
this.
This doesn't even deserve a lightning round section. This
No, it
deserves
totally
like
does.
5 seconds of
It
our
totally
time.
does. Because every time Jon Snow, every time Kit Harington does anything with his hair,
Thomas
the
is gonna
fandom
get snarky about this
gets
later.
just
He's
like-
gonna be like, we're doing a lightning round thing. I shaved my hair.
But like,
I'm gonna shave right now.
the fandom like goes like absolutely ape anytime anyone like Jon Snow's hair like it grows back.
Yeah, people are like
He's
really mad about it.
He's
That's part of,
he's on I think like West End now doing
He's doing a play.
Dr. Faustus.
Yeah, Dr. Faustus.
Which can we talk about that for a minute?
Yeah,
Because
go
that's
ahead.
way more interesting than his haircut.
Go ahead.
And I love and it's not as good as Goethe's Faust, which is one of the best things ever, but I really like Dr. Faustus, and apparently this is just a colossal, like, I can't even use the word that I want to use because it's not appropriate.
Does it start with an S?
It starts with it. There's one that starts with an S, and
Okay.
there's one that starts with a C and rhymes with fire truck.
Okay, yes.
Apparently it's just very, very, like, crude and vulgar and just weird. Like, apparently though one of the good scenes
and,
is...
and you're not into it?
I'm still trying to find out what the fire truck word is right now.
Yeah, it's weird, huh?
But apparently there's a scene in which the actress who plays Mephistopheles, which I think that's kind of a cool little change up there, since it's a male part normally, changing it to a female part.
She's our like resident lit nerd. So.
Yeah, and Mephistopheles is a demon, so I think changing that's kind of interesting. That apparently is a part, and is the finest part in the entire production, where she belts a very earnest rendition of Meatloaf's "Bat Out of Hell," and also
That's frightening.
yeah, and also Kit Harington shows his bum.
So anyway, it would have been news if Tormund Giantsbane shaved his beard. That would be front page,
Oh,
New York
yeah.
I would
Times.
cry.
Red.
I would
Not
do
so
something
red.
drastic, get a tattoo.
I would just tear my clothes
time.
in mourning.
In mourning. I would just
Like,
find
you're,
him
like,
and
more
take
in
off my
biblical
clothes
style.
in mourning.
Yeah.
No, that was the thing they used to do, is whenever like someone died, a mourning tradition was to just like slash up your clothes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mourning was way sexier back in the day.
It wasn't like sexy, it was like literally we're ruining your clothes.
Oh my
it
God.
wasn't
I was about to like go weird places with the whole mourning was sexy.
artfully
We won't. Okay. So we're gonna move on to video game news. It's a pretty cool little piece of news. So Sims 4, EA has kind of always been relatively progressive, I feel like.
But we hate them anyway, right?
But they're also a little money hungry, but they're progressive, so it's like, you know, best of both worlds.
I could make a joke there, but I'm not going to.
It's probably for the best.
It's probably for the best.
But The Sims 4 has made it to where all of the men's clothing and like body structure options and the women's clothing and body structure options are now shared. So they've kind of blurred that line, the line between the two different genders on that game in a free patch. I actually downloaded it on my copy last night. It was pretty big. And yeah, people are pretty happy about it. What do you guys think?
I mean, I'm not a Sims person, so I don't have particularly strong feelings, but I guess it is pretty cool that now that they've freed that up, you have a lot more options for customizing a character however you want them to be, and I guess that's pretty cool. I don't know. I don't really play Sims.
I realized that I kind of just lied. I was like, people are happy about it, but like, as all things on the internet, there are actually a lot of people who are pissed too. So it's like very happy.
And then they just don't have to download the patch.
Yeah, no, it's like they can just get over
They
it.
don't
But,
even have to download the patch. They can just not make their characters that way.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
but it's like, at least that option exists now. So, but you know.
Well, going off of our most recent Gameswell episode where we talked about The Sims, this would be a really good way to make more variety in characters that we just put through terrible situations.
Yes.
Because that's what we do in The Sims.
I still
let's
haven't
be
watched
real.
the Gameswell episode, but Andrew told me it was hysterical, so I need to like go.
We
and
basically just talked about the ways that we torture Sims.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah. Now it's just...
what do you guys do with this? Because you weren't on Gameswell, so like.
Are we gonna just steal a little bit of Gameswell topic? That sounds good.
So what do you guys do with The Sims? Like, do you actually build houses, or do you just like get
Oh,
sadistic?
yeah.
Because my thing is like the way you play Sims is how you are in real life. So
no.
What does it say about me if I've never actually played The Sims?
that means that you haven't lived. Apparently, going
Apparently.
off of
Or
my
maybe you're so busy
lore.
living you haven't.
Play The Sims.
I played a lot of Sims in my life.
You've really lived your life, Jess.
I really have, virtually.
I think I might have played... I played the little social thing on Facebook for a while when a bunch of my friends were, and then I was like, this is stupid and boring, and I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh, that one was
stupid and boring, and I'm done.
No, I get super into house building. I get super into I will go through a neighborhood and I will evict every family, and then I will put in new families for all of them, and I'll create this whole story of a world of oh, this is the neighbor that does this, and this is I get weird with it.
What about the families that I got cut off?
Oh, but I wanted to know what it was.
You never will know.
That's a bummer. All right.
I just like the dainty little. We're cut.
Here, you can
cut.
Do the dainty. The dainty one.
Okay.
So
tell me one.
This is our last story, and this one also has spoilers in it for those of you who have not caught up with DC Rebirth. So if you haven't read that and you don't want to know anything more about kind of the Batline plot that they have, the Batman plot, I don't even know.
The Bat plot.
Don't watch this. Just skip to the end. Just stop watching now. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on Facebook. We have a cool website. All that stuff. But one more topic first. So it was revealed in the last episode.
Do you want me to start or no?
Yes. Oh, actually,
Okay.
So it was revealed in the last issue. Actually, I guess it was the previous Flash, because it wasn't this Batman issue. It was the one before. It was the Justice League one. That there are 3 Jokers. Batman ends up talking to Mobius and is like, hey, I want to know the Joker's real name. And Mobius
I just think Mobius like the college library.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I think
system.
And he's, it's just like, hey, there are 3 of them. And then Green Lantern is kind of waiting in the Batcave. He's like, oh, so what did you find out? And Batman's like, well, apparently there are 3. And Green Lantern, I feel like, has the reaction that everybody else did and was just like, okay. So
my biggest thing is, why didn't Batman probe a little bit more? He was there. He could have been like,
yeah.
Okay, there's 3 of them. Cool story.
There are currently
what are the
3.
names
Have
of
there
the
been
3?
3?
Yeah,
because that's
a little
the thing
bit more info. I'm here right now. Tell me right now. Come on.
I would want to know is, okay, so there are 3, so that's, have there been 3 and we are on number 3, or are there currently 3 running around at the same time?
Yeah.
What's going on there?
And I think they kind of allude to 3 running around at the same time. I don't know.
I don't really keep up with it. I tried to say I don't at all. So what, do you think that it's a cool thing or a stupid thing? Where are you standing right now?
I think it's kind of cool, it's kind of stupid. That's where I stand. The concept behind it is cool, but it's one of those things I wish there would have been foreshadowing. If there would have been this feeling that and maybe there is, maybe I just need to reread and just see. But if it would have felt like there was no possible way Joker could be doing all these things at once.
Yeah. Because the way you were describing it when we talked about it earlier, it really sounded like a total butthole to me.
It kind of, yeah, it's just there's a difference between knowing that this is the ultimate plan. This is what's going on, and we have proof in all of our comics. This was the big thing happening.
Can you go back and look at it in retrospect, see if there's anything? 'Cause
yeah.
Sometimes you can do that where it seems like it's out of thin air, and then you start reading back and you realize, actually no, they've been planning this. But
I think that's kind of what I want to do. I don't
have faith in comics to structure it that well.
So do you think at some point Mobius is going to be like, oh, Keaton, Kilmer, West, Affleck, Bale, have I got a story for you? Clooney as well. Yeah.
Oh man. There have been 3 Jokers, and they have been Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, and Jared Leto.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what it's really going to be. And then he breaks through the comic book panel into the real world, and
we're cut.
And everything just doesn't matter anymore.
Boom!
Yeah.
Alright, so that wraps us up for today. It was a pretty quick one. We had 8 2-minute topics, so yeah.
It was kind of a light news week.
It was a light news week, but what we have coming up next is E3. And so I'm sure that E3 is going to be very, very game heavy. So if you're more into movies and television shows, probably not. I can guarantee you it's going to be all gaming news. Because that's how E3 is. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. We enjoyed discussing these topics with each other for you. I don't know. It's been a weird day. I apologize.
It has been a weird day.
But yeah, make sure to check us out on Facebook, check us out on Twitter. We all have different accounts that you can follow. We also have a main one. Taylor doesn't, but quite a few of us do.
I'm the hermit.
Yes. We do Twitch streams now. We are looking into getting podcasts. We have a cool website. That's my favorite thing to say. Thomas said that he
I like that it's become a thing now.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite.
Rate us on Yelp.
I am going to Draw a black card. Morgan. Immediately add 2 siege engines around
Oh
Camelot.
my gosh,
Man.
we're getting some rough ones, man.
We are.
Oh, these go away, by the way, too. The Dark Forest.
Oh, yeah.
So,
The grill is back open for business.